Boops are eternal, Chapter 5, Apologeticness-ness. There were 3 loud knocks that came from the door. What? Who's there? You groan out, eyes darting to the clock onto the wall. It was 6. 6 fucking a.m. Who wakes someone up at 6 in the morning, much less someone in the hospital? You're about to throttle someone, if they get anywhere near your bed, that is. You're tired, you're cranky, and you don't think your mind has had enough time to go through last night's thought session just yet. Also, what's taking them so long? Do they, expect you to open up the door or something? You don't even have a splint. You gonna come in? Or what? Your signature pissy attitude of days yonder might have spilled out a bit there. The door fiddled for a moment before slit-eyed Mini-Horse and Princess Luna came in. Huh. I kinda thought she was more of the afternoon type. And that Mini-Horse just seemed to be awake at all hours, apparently. Oh, right. You're supposed to feel some sort of vendetta, right? Your attempts at pouting are disturbed by the fact that you've never actually pouted successfully in your life. Still, it does have some effect, as Batmare over there freezes up the moment she sees you. Or, well, it might have been the princess staring daggers at her. Either or, you guess. Oh god, your heart. She drooped down and started the walk of shame towards you. Her ears went all floppy, too. How could you hate her? How could you hate any of these ponies? Right, stop treating them. Last night was a clusterfuck. You're allowed some leeway, alright? She made her way to the left side of your bed, propping her head onto the edge of it like a beaten puppy. It wasn't really helping to convince yourself of their sapience, but it sure did go straight for the heart yet again. Her eyes started darting back and forth, trying to find something to open with. And you felt that. So... Your own attempts to say anything ended up falling flat. Luckily, there was a princess in the room who gave the guard a nudge. She looked less murderous and a bit more like an encouraging leader, thankfully enough for Miss Bat over there.
I'm so sorry for acting like that. I freaked out when I saw you, and then you acted kind of weird.
A gasp escaped her.
So if I kind of freaked out even more, then those Timberwolves came in, and I did my best to defend you, but my best wasn't good enough, and...
That was something. No, you're not smiling because you've done something similar and made a fool out of yourself too. No, shut up. How do you... The one question is, how do you even respond to that, though? God. Fuck, man, she's entering hyper-kicked puppy mode. Man, this isn't even the time for your brain to 404 yet. And she just whimpered. Your heart. Your poor black heart. How do you even... Wait. Luna's looking all stunned, too. Wait, how would you even... Alright. Okay, hold on. Another experiment. So, you can't talk with words, and you're not gonna resort to booping things unless it gets you somewhere. So, you need another plan. So... How about scratches of forgiveness? You know what? That's ingenious. Your hand moves just beyond the side of her jaw, in the place that all cats seem to melt when nursed correctly. You know, the one, and, get to scratching. That look of bliss. That look of everything will be okay. How come every time you touch one of these ponies, they do some weird, adorable reaction? It's not right. After about 30 seconds, you finally withdraw your hand, and she does make a grab for it after a whine, and didn't bring it back, but another lunar glare sends her packing. Seriously, she actually just left. Man, fucking ponies, man. And now you're left with a princess who, well, seems to be staring at you intently. You can't really meet her gaze. Those guys are seriously imposing. So, you're back? Intend to flashbang me again? You, simply by force of habit this time, try and inject some humor into the situation. She just loses a bit of composure instead. Oh wow, you're bad at this. She shuffles in place for a moment.
So...
It was Luna this time.
Did you enjoy your night?
There was a bit of shame or something about her. From what you could see from your angle, she had lost that earlier intent and wasn't looking at you anymore. At the very least, you didn't even feel a pair of eyes boring into your soul anymore. Somehow this was just much worse. I had a very thoughtful night. Let's just leave it at that. Not false, but technically dodging the question. Luna cleared her throat, giving the room another scrutinizing look.
We would imagine an environment like this would elicit such a response. There is not much else to do, especially as you are immobile.
She almost seems to double back on herself for a moment, wincing. Did she think that this was a touchy subject or something? It's a broken leg. You can deal with it. Everyone's broken a bone once in their life. And anyways, the time to think was... well, it was kinda nice. I'll deal with it. Was there anything else he came for?
Well, we thought it would be nice to talk about
Her face scrunches up for some weird reason.
your experiences during the past few
She brings a hoof to her muzzle.
nights.
That was a yawn. A really delayed yawn in the middle of a sentence. God fucking damn it, these ponies need to stop doing adorable things. It's like a switch had been flipped and she suddenly sagged. Well, on second thought, the guard from earlier looked pretty tired too. So, does that mean that the Princess for the Night and the bats are actually nocturnal? Man, that was... you know, that was actually pretty efficient. I mean, odd, but efficient. They probably got to sleep a lot more than you did. Fuckers. Either way, apparently the morning wasn't their style. Afternoon and night-timers, probably. Actually, wait, where were you? What kind of experiences are we talking about here then?
Well, you see...
Yeah, she just completely trailed off. It looked like when you runned yourself ragged but only then realized how tired you are. From experience, she's probably not getting much of anything else done right now. Whatever it was... well, I mean, it could wait, right? Alright, come over here. You told the princess what to do, and you're both regretting it and riding off the rush. Oddly enough, she doesn't even complain. She just slightly stumbles herself over and rests her head onto the bed. Why do ponies doing that? Are they like part dog or something? Well, it's a question to explore another day. So, long nights? You simply question, earning a small chuckle for your efforts.
You could say that. There have been some chaos in Ponyville, and we've been making attempts to improve the situation, along with our sister.
She yawns again, but tries to raise her head to your level. It worked out about... I mean, I guess like 80%, whatever. I don't suppose... do I have anything to do with that?
Well, you may have influenced some creatures to... well, do you know of the situation yet?
No, not quite. She chuckles awkwardly.
Well, there was an incident in the forest. Something caused many of the smaller creatures to attempt to migrate beyond the Everfree. While we're not really aware of the specifics, we do know that a large amount of predators followed in their wake. In fact, after you were disabled, a small pack of timberwolves roamed into the area and, well...
She tried to hide her face away under a wing. So, timberwolves, huh? Well, in that case, I'm just glad I don't need a file for attempted murder instead of assault. She sputtered wildly, face whipping to yours.
Wait, what do you...
I'm kidding. I didn't have much time to go on for. You gesture to your bandaged form. So, I'm glad to know what actually happened. Had plenty of time last night to think. I mean, I woke up weirdly, now that I'm thinking about it, like I was ready to talk or something. Yet again, her gaze travels away from yours.
Well, regarding that, you... do you know of my duties, correct?
Raising the moon, being a princess? You deadpan.
No, 'tis more than that. Many of our duties include watching over the Dream Realm, banishing nightmares and clearing mind-twisting dreams. In fact, we have had a large influence over sleep itself, and,
She got a bit red.
I may have woken you earlier than expected to talk.
Oh.
Indeed.
Well, that was... news? Wait, hold on. Does this mean that you can watch people's dreams or something? Her face got a lot redder.
Indeed.
So that explains the comfort? A bit? I don't know, I've had mixed messages here. You prop yourself up onto your elbows again, ignoring your drug-deprived aches. It's like, half the time, I'm afraid you're, like, an authority. The other half, you feel normal. Well, a bit odd, but normal. While you're mostly rambling, she seems to get even more embarrassed.
Well, you see, I've had to dispel many nightmares or twisting thoughts of yours before. Do you not remember any of our time spent in your dreams? Doing our duties?
A lot, huh? Okay, that's another interesting mystery. It also kind of made a lot of sense. Well, no, not really. I'm not even sure if it's just because I'm bad at remembering dreams or if it's the weird awakening. I mean, probably both. It was your best on-the-spot theory, and you were sticking to it. For Luna's part, she yawns and tries to shrug it off. Of course, she's still rather peachy onto the cheeks, but she made an effort.
Well, in that case, should we regard you as a stranger?
I mean, if it means I won't get stabbed for doing this, it'll do. You said you wouldn't do it anymore. You lied. Your finger plants itself firmly onto her nose.
Boop.